Hello students, so last class we have discussed about MS Access and how to create database using this application, and after that we have learned also how to create tables, set the data type of the tables. Okay, so today we will learn more about this table, how to set the properties of the data types and all, and something about relationship between the tables. Okay, so let us start. So this is the first page when we open the MS Access application. Then we choose now to create a database. We have to click on the blank database. Then you have to give the name here of the database which you want to create. Let I have giving here the name as student. Okay. Then this is the folder, or you can add student database. It's the name of my database. Then you can choose the place or the location where you want to save your database. I have choose here in the desktop, so I click on desktop, then I click on OK, then I have click on create data. Okay, now automatically one table has already been created, but it is a blank database, a blank table, and we have to create a structure of the table. So for that, what we have to do, we have to click on the design view. So before that, we have to give the name of the table. Let it be student. Okay, personnel. Okay, now I click on OK button, and this is the design view. Here I have to make the structure of my table. So let us give the first name as role. Okay, and let it be the database auto number. Today we will use with auto number. Auto number will come, if you set auto number, by default it will come as 1, 2, 3, 4 automatically. Okay, name is the name. If I give the name field name as name, it will give you one warning message because it is a keyword also, name. Okay, as the field name, it's a keyword. Keyword means which are the reserved word used by the software. Okay, that's why it is, see, this giving one warning message. For data type, I have used a text. Then I can use the address. For address data type, I am using memo. Memo is the larger version of the text. Then you can use the gender. Then you can use here also text. Then date of birth, I can use here date time. Okay, then phone number. Okay, phone number I am using text only because if I choose number, it will not take 10 numbers at a whole. Means it is not so, it will not take much more numbers than the if I use the number here up to 10 character. Okay, so I am choosing here text. Okay, so this way I have created a table. Then I will click on the save button. Means your table has been created. Now you may remember that I have discussed about the keys, primary keys, candidate key, alternate key, foreign key. So primary key is the most important key which is essential for each and every table. So which is used for uniquely identify each and every row of a table. Okay, so for to assign the primary key of a table, we have to just right click here and click on the primary key. By default, automatically the first field will be assigned as a primary key. If you want to change, you can change also. So if I don't want to use the roll number as the primary key, you will just click again on the primary key. See, it has gone. If you also want to make it as the now you want to make it as the primary key, you will just right click here, click on the primary key. See, one key symbol has came here. It will determine that it is the primary key. Means when you will enter some value here, you cannot enter duplicate value in that field, and you cannot leave that field as null. Okay, let us see. Okay, and to go to the data view, what I will do, I will click here and click on the open, or what you can also do, you can double click here. Okay, you must save it. Okay, I have automatically saved. Now as I have used here auto number, see here, if I write here okay, new, I cannot assign any value here. Automatically it will come as 1, 2, 3, 4. For the name, first here I am writing here Akriti. Okay, so address I can use here Panjabari. So gender female. Date of birth you can choose from here. As I have told you, cannot change here, automatically you choose one here, and from there you change the date. It will be quite easy, I think. Depending on it, your trick, you can use any trick to give the date here. Okay, so let it be 2000. Okay, phone number, I can use any numbers here now, 10 numbers. Okay, see, automatically one has came here. Similarly for the next one, Abhinav, so it will be 6 miles, date of birth again. Okay, literacy again, then Sanskriti, and the so this way, after this you click on save button, so this way your table has been created. So here, as it is an auto number, you cannot assign any value here. I will show another table without using the auto number and using it as a primary key, how you cannot insert any duplicate key here. Okay, so this was the first table, and to create the second table, what we have to do, we have to click on the create button, then again you go to the table. Okay, so this another table has been created, so you have to design the table. What you have to do, you just right click there, go to the design view, you have to give the name of the table, let the table name be course. Okay, so I click on OK. Now here the name is course ID, course ID, let it be the full name, and here I have, instead of this, I have used text. Okay, here then I have used your roll number. Okay, roll number, okay, text, then name, then course ID, duration. Okay, one thing I forgot, I can use, I have to use another. If you want to insert new rows also, you can insert it, or if you want to delete, you can delete it. Just click on insert row. So new row has been created, so I am using a course name. Okay, duration, then fees. Fees also you can use here, number, duration, text, how many, 3 months to 1 year, how many, this is the duration. Okay, so here again I have made course ID, by default it has made course ID as the primary key. If you want to delete, you can delete it. If you want to make it, just leave it. Okay, now the previous table we have seen that what the primary key, it was auto number. As we have chosen auto number will always have unique number 1 2 3 4 like this. Okay, but if we choose the primary key as text and then you want to fill the value, how it will look. See, I will to fill the value, I will just double click here, click on save button, or you can right click and go to the open course ID. Let it be, for example, the course ID is BCA 2 years course. Okay, BCA underscore 2 years course. The course name is, you can just increase it, see here, course name is BCA. Okay, roll number 1 have chosen the course BCA of 2 years is course ID. Okay, 2 years, roll number 1. Okay, and the roll number 1, if I okay, roll number 1 from here, this Akriti. Okay, Akriti, then duration is, for example, 2 years. fees is for example 50,000. Okay, similarly for next one I will enter BCA. For example, roll number 2 also want to you have the same course. Okay, so roll number 2, I will write here roll number 2, and he also want to have the same course. So you can, what you can see that course ID, this one. Now you can see the change your recursive table were not successful because they will create the duplicate values in the index, primary key or relationship. So as I have made the course ID as the primary key, I cannot enter any duplicate value here. Okay, so for this what I have to do, I can change here. You have two options. Okay, so the the first option, which is very simple, that one I want to show here, and the next example I will show in the different example. Next class I will show you the different example. So let it be, so we don't have taken this 3 years one. Okay, 3 years course. So it is 3 years. Is 7,000. So it is not showing any error here. Okay, now again for MCA 2 years course, then MCA roll number 1, again Akriti. After doing BCA, she have done, she want to do MCA now. So again it is 3 years course. 3 years course. So this example. Okay, so like this we can create another table. Now again we will click on save button. Okay, now see, till now we have not made any type of relationship between these two tables. That's why even if I delete any value from here, see here, you have this value. This is your roll number 1. Now Akriti have enrolled for the course BCA 2 and MCA 3. Now if in this college only she have left the college, so what I will do, I will just delete the record here. Now delete it. Okay, now it is deleted, but you can see that in this table the roll number 1 Akriti is already there, so it is just giving you a wrong data. No? So why it is happening? Because till now we have not made any type of database structure. We have just created a table. We have not made any type of relationship between them. So how to make the relationship, I will show you now. So last we have created these two tables, student personal and course table. Okay, today now we will learn how to make the relationship between these two tables. So I have deleted all the values from the course ID so that I can show you after relationship how can you enter the value. Okay. Now, as I have made the course, we can go to the design view and see course ID we have made. It's a primary key, and here in the design view you can see roll number. You can make it as a you have made this as a primary key. Okay, okay. One thing I have changed here, I have changed the data type of this roll number as text, because in the course field also this roll number I have taken as a text. Okay, means if you want to make a relationship with some key value, that the value and the data type of this both the key or both the field from these two tables should be equal. Okay, data type must be equal. Okay, now we have learned about the primary key, candidate key in our previous videos. So I think all of you have got some idea about this, how to make the relationship between them. So primary key is a must key to make the relationship, and after making primary key and also the foreign key. Okay, Now before making a relationship, you have to close these all open tabs. Then you have to go to the database tool. You click here on the relationship. Okay, click here. This two table which you have created has automatically came here. What we have to do is here. You just click on one of the key here and just press your mouse, and like this will come, and leave your mouse in the second table. Okay, and this box will come. Then you click on the create. Sorry, before that what we have to do, you just again you can edit, go to the edit relationship also. So for that we can create new also. You can just click here. This table is the first table, then this is the second table. From the first table, roll number is the primary key. So you know that to make the relationship between these two tables, the primary key of the first table will act as a foreign key in the second table. This foreign key acts as a relationship key between these two tables. So here this roll number key is already there. So this one I have made this a foreign key, means its value and data type of both the key in both the field from both the tables should be equal. Then I will click on enforce referential integrity. So about referential integrity we have discussed in our previous classes, which denotes that if you make any changes in one table, the changes should affect the other table also. Okay. So cascade update related table, cascade delete a related table means if you make any updation or deletion in the first table, that changes should also occur in the second table. So one to many means one value of this will have with so many cores, means one to many means one value of this first table can have many value in the second table. Okay, I will explain in details now. Now click on OK here. See, this relationship has been created. So one here, one to many means this roll number can have many, can enroll for many courses here, but many courses cannot be given to numbers of roll number at a time. Okay, so one to many means the one roll number can enroll for many courses. Here now I will go to for entering the value here. Your relationship has been done. I will close here. I will save here. Then I will go to the course. In the course, let the course ID be BCA_2. Okay, so course name is BCA, roll number 1, name. What was the roll number 1 name? Let's see. Akriti. Okay, so Akriti, duration is 2 years. I think this one, that's right. So let me delete first this one. BCA. I will fill up this one. As it's a primary key, you cannot leave this field blank, as the cursors automatically move to the second field. That's why it is showing the error here. So duration is 2 years. Fees, let it be 50,000. Okay. For BCA 3, BCA roll number, let it be roll number 5. So name is, for example, Diresh, and roll number, so 3 years. You cannot add or change the record because the related record is recorded table student personal. What it is saying that this related record should be there in the student personal. You don't have any student whose roll number is 5, whose name is Biresh, whose roll number is 5 here. Okay, see here, is there any student here? So you cannot add any data from there. So for this, it will give you an error message. So here, instead of this, if I give roll number 2, its name as Anphinab, so for example, none, it is not showing any error here. Okay, fine. Then let it, we can enter another value here, 4, 3, CA, roll number 3 was there. So 3T. So here it is 3. So see, like this a relationship has been created and it's showing you. So if there is any type of error there, just showing you after making the relationship. Now let us move to the student table. Here see, this plus sign has already come here. So this number, roll number 1 has been showing the related table. Means from here you can see that roll number 1 has enrolled for the course BCA2. Its course name is like this. So similarly for roll number 2 it's came, roll number 3 also it came. Now, if I delete any record from here, automatically that record will also be deleted from the course table. Let us delete roll number 2 here. Delete record. So, are you sure you want to delete this record? Relationship that specify cascading delays are about to cause one record in this table and is any related table to be deleted. See, yes. So, you go to the course. See, this is deleted. Okay, understood? You practice this in your home. Take any tables of your choice and just make the relationship. And if you have any doubt, you just give me your doubts. Okay, inform me.